Hey gang, Gameface here, and it's Planet Coaster time. And I really need to get back to this. This is what I'm working. Yeah. Last time I built this, and something went wrong. Went horribly, 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 horribly wrong. And I'm here to discover how to fix that. I've thought about it. And I think I have the solution. I'm pretty sure I know I have the solution. Hey Luke! How you doing? I know I have the solution. It's gonna be a matter of deleting this. Maybe even these. I might even have to delete that. I think I might have to delete that. Does look crooked though. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this today. Well, no, I'm gonna work on this all day, I should say. At least that's the plan right now. I shouldn't say that, because you know how Planet Coaster can be, where you gotta just like stop doing what you're doing and go do something else because. Hey, Meganico. Glad you made it. Okay, so if I delete all this, can I leave that? But I just don't have to select it again. I think I can leave that so I just don't have to select it. Now, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I was just about to do the whole, but I'm not going. I'm just gonna do. I'm just going to use my mind. Yeah, okay, so what do we do? What do we do? Doesn't want me to be able to select. It doesn't. It's not that it doesn't want me to. It's that for some reason it's within. Maybe from underneath? Not that I don't need those other pieces. Because yeah, everything else is like building pieces. So they're on a grid. They're not going anywhere. I should probably take another couple of rows. Damn, at this point I might as well take the whole thing. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this. We're gonna spin it around. Lined up now. I hope that's moving around along the right plane. Okay, well, you know what? Wait there. I am going to go delete this and this, because now when we get it here, we'll actually see how bad it was. If it was bad, we'll see it. And it seems to line up perfect. What? So, oh, it's just the top that's wrong. It's just the top. The rest of it's just fine. Okay, so let's go. Well, that's pretty specialty there. I didn't realize that. I had done that like that. And okay, and now I seems to have forgotten this, or I deleted it. I no longer understand what is happening. That's not what I want. There we go. Okay. Now, what has to happen now, in order to make this all work, all that needs to go. I might as well do the rest of this. Come on, select it. I want more. Well, you know what? Got it. Go right. Excuse me. What? 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 How is this even possible? What's happened now is completely impossible. So what we've done is we've taken this, we've completely reversed it. We've moved it down to here, to this end, and then we started to move it back. And it's crooked. How is that even possible? How is that even frickin' possible? Here is the piece right now. I'm going to move it, and it doesn't line up anymore. What the hell is going on? It's this stupid game, and it's relative access issues. It's got to be what it is. Oh, damn, I wish I could just move things on the grid of the building. The simplest way, the way we want to do things every single time, is the only option that doesn't exist. Oh, I hate that. And again, it's not straight. It's not... What the hell? How is this even possible? Okay, so we got a big problem here. Like, it's sure, it's off by a millimeter. Somehow. But how is it that it's off both on... No, this doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, use world axis. Turn it around. And it's crooked. No, yeah, it's crooked. Okay, so what situation could we possibly get ourselves into that turning something 180 degrees? That's all I've done, is I've turned it 180 degrees. And it's no longer aligned with itself. But again, I don't understand. If I go here, and this is lined up, it's lined up perfectly. And I go, and I move this all the way down here. Exactly how we just did. Right. All right. Then there should be no way in the world. And I'm going to move it from this end all the way to the other end right now. I'm not going to build the whole thing first. I'm not doing that again. What the hell? Yeah, it's already getting crooked here. Okay. So, what? Every time I select something, it's changing the axis I'm using again? Is that what's going on and why this is getting messed up? Because it should be that if I use one consistent axis all the way through, it should work. Shouldn't it? No. Look at that. That is so screwed up. Whoa, I'm not deleting those. Delete one of them a long time ago. There. Okay, so it's like back to the drawing board now. Like, I don't even know if they're straight anymore. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm going to have to delete all this too. Why did I think, like, oh, I've got this solved. I know exactly how to fix it. Of course, because I can't move on the building access. Which I thought, I'd swear I started the building on the world axis, just so that I wouldn't run into this problem. Which I almost always do now. Clicking anywhere near it. I guess it extends out this way. Okay, so hope I'm able to do this. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, hey, Epic Fury. We're trying to build something. It's a weird thing. Okay, come on. Okay, is that long enough? Probably not long enough, is it? And somehow there's some type of what's going on here? No, those aren't building pieces. Oh, crap. But again. Maybe I should do it this way. And I can... That is... I'm trying to build the Great Library of Alexandria. Ah! But Planet Coaster doesn't want to have the Great Library of Alexandria. Ooh. Those. I need those. Can't do it with those. Those are integral to the whole thing. I can do that, man. As long as I haven't like selected a billion different things. Okay, let's try this. That's a long piece. Probably too long. Eh. Oh well. Definitely too long. Okay, so where and how does this line up? Hey Thomas, welcome to the stream. Okay, does that line up? No, not even close. And the one before would have been worse. Okay, so there's something really, really weird going on. And all I can really think of at this time is the weird thing that's going on is the first one of these pieces that I laid down, which I used aligned surface, it's crooked. So every single piece of roof in this whole thing. So what do we do? Well, you know, that's the thing. It can't, like, none of this makes any sense at all. Of course this is going to be offset with this, because this was originally a copy of this. Ah! And like I'm going to be able to align this thing. Impossible dream. Okay. Okay, I'm turning my mouse down to 25 dots per inch. And it still won't let me move that little. You know, Planet Coaster, sometimes you just, like, you're very, very, very dislikable. Ah! Okay. Wait over here. That. Now what I'm going to do, because I know this is going to, I'm going to take this out of the way so it's easy to select. I don't know about that stuff. That really even be a problem? I don't know. If I knew, we wouldn't be in this predicament right now. Okay, maybe if I go way down here. Line this up. There we go. All right. Not terrible. And that's what we're going for. Not terrible. That's my goal. Let's build something that's not terrible. I can hardly help myself with the Planet Coaster problem. What's your problem? Of course, because I did something stupid earlier. Oh. Okay, is that... Thanks for subscribing, Pokemessy. Or Pokemessy. Sorry if I got that. Okay, so I think we got it. We did it. The building is going to be crooked, but it's not going to matter. Does that make any sense? You following me on that? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is grab okay, I'm going to go over here and delete this. Then we can take this corner. And now it should match up perfectly with the other corner. Sorry. Try to keep a straight face. Because, you know, who knows what the hell is going to happen. So I'm going to take all this with it too. Just because I don't want, you know, redo it. Okay, so we'll duplicate this. We'll spin it around twice and plop it in place. And everything should magically be fixed. Through all my hard work. It's not really magic at all. I don't know if it's fixed. Scary. Probably not. Yes. Okay, so we have first row built. Salty. Or, Tanner? Is it? Did I get that right? Am I remembering things? What's the problem with Planet Coaster, Thomas? Oh, okay. When you try going in, the game is coming up. You don't have a graphics card installed. You're just using like software rendering, and it doesn't do software rendering. When you start Planet Coaster, it checks to make sure you have a capable video card that can render this stuff. And your operating your computer doesn't have that hardware. Okay, so as you can see, because that was crooked, you know, all these are going to be crooked, but I'm not going to go and correct all these because they don't join together. Nobody's even going to notice. But what I am going to have to do is fix this. See that? It's like crooked. That is going to show up. Yeah, exactly. Your PC needs a video card. Like an ATI or an AMD or a NVIDIA video card. I think, you know, even an Intel graphics, Intel 5000 will run Planet Coaster, but not very well. But depending on your computer, you may either need, like, you either just won't be able to play Planet Coaster on it, or you will have to, thanks, Robin. Or you will have to, buy a video card that will fit into the computer that you have. like upgrade your. Okay, so if I delete that, I'll do the same down here. Whoops. Oh, that was right. What did? Oh, wow, that was. Okay, now I gotta select this thing again. Yay, we all remember the last time. It was so much fun. Okay. Actually, you know what? You know what? Because we know it's crooked, so who gives a crap? I'm not selecting. Get it. Get it. Whoops, what did I delete? I feel like I deleted something I shouldn't have. I don't want. Really? You're gonna make me go through and just because your selection is so inaccurate. Okay, let's do this then. No, even that's not gonna work. There we go. And of course I don't want to go too far because I'll end up. And there we go. We got it. Yes. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip this sideways, and I'm going to run it all the way down the side. And I know this is going to be totally crooked. I mean, I know this is going to be totally straight. I'm mixing up crooked and straight. That's what. Oh, there we go. Oh well, that's not gonna make it straight at all. Ever. Okay. I think that's better. Now, it's you know, the pictures I was looking at had more of this all sticking off the front and the back. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. Not because it's crooked, because it's just too many parts. All these ceiling pieces are all individual roof pieces are all individual pieces. Do too much of that and you got yourself a problem. Okay, so I need this and I need it to go. Do the same thing here. About right. We'll clean up the stuff sticking off the edge afterwards. What happened? What I want going on. This. This. Is your graphics cards in another P? Sorry, Thomas, I don't understand that. Yeah, but that's why. That's what. Okay, take this down to here now. Now I know I need smaller chunks of these things in order to do the rest, but I'm also going to this part of it. But this is as far as these go. Oh, I was like, why does that line up? That shouldn't line up. But of course, I started with misaligning it at the other end. So yeah, of course it's going to line up. Okay, so this will be it for these. Well, and once I get the the final pieces down, finish up the edges and stuff like that. Oh, but it didn't work. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can't answer the why it didn't work part. I would have to have those PCs here and be working on them myself in order to answer that. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is with your PC. I don't know what kind of graphics you have. I don't know any of that. But I can tell you that that is why. DirectX 11 capable video. Did I just do what I think I did? Not really. Okay. That's about right. I'll do the same here. So, whoops. Before I started my stream today, when I went to start all my software and get it ready, my streaming software, XSplit, came up and said, "Oh, there's an update." I'm like, "Okay, do the update." And it's been starting to bug me that every time I do an update with it, it deletes all my icons for it and puts back all the default icons. And I'm like, okay, I've had enough. These guys have to be able, like, they're updating every 2 weeks or every week. They gotta respect the changes that I need to my desktop. I made to my desktop. They gotta stop doing that. If it's an update, don't mess up with my icons. You have no right to do that. So, I sent a support thing saying, can you please fix your installer, or fix your install or your update so it doesn't delete all my icons. Like, it actually goes as far as deleting the icon that I have in the taskbar. Like, why would you delete that? You actually have to go out of your way to delete that. And then placing the new icon back on the desktop, and I'm like, ugh. So every time. And sometimes I'm not thinking, I'm like, where's everything? Because the first time you do it, it fires up the software anyway. Because it's not it's just automatically firing up the software after the update. But when you go to use it the next time and you're like, all your desktop icons are gone, it's shifted around everything on your desktop and put its own icon there. I'm like, you don't have to do that. Like, why are you doing this? I was just like, can you please stop messing with my desktop icons every time I do an update? Every time I update, delete the icons that I created for your and create your own. And the guy answers back, oh, yeah, that's not us. That's your operating system. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're just lying. I didn't say that. I didn't say it that way. But I was pretty insulted that that they like, he either doesn't know and shouldn't be answering the questions, and this is the person they have to support me at the other end, or he just couldn't give a crap and just wanted to give this person at the other end, get rid of this person at the other end, so that he could get on with his life. And that's sort of what I felt it was. And I'm like, you know, you should assume that every time you talk to somebody on the other end of the phone, they know what they're talking about. Every time. Doesn't matter. You should assume that this person is a Microsoft expert. But, you know, so don't go making things up like Windows is the thing that puts the shortcuts on the desktop when you install new programs. Don't tell me that stuff, because I sit there and do that stuff every day. So yeah, so I felt pretty insulted that this is the support you're gonna get. What do you mean, did you say something wrong? No. I'm talking about a support call I had before yeah, so that's that was the call. It wasn't a call, it was a email thing. And I finished it up by saying, wow, that is sad. You should probably assume that assume that you're talking to someone who knows what they're talking about. I've been developing software for Windows for over 20 years. What you're saying is not correct. The application installer places icons, not the operating system. The installer should know that it's upgrading and should not mess with the icons. But, you know. So I bring up the issue again. Please stop messing with my desktop icons every time I do an update. But I just could not believe it's like the support guy just made something up, end the call. Or not, end the case. Here. If I close this, I get paid. I think it's... So I should actually be copying 3 of these, not 2. But yeah, and like, really wish that, like, I wouldn't just tell somebody, if I don't know, I'm gonna say I don't know. But I guess they're not allowed to say I don't know. They have to make something up. How many more of these things did I build? Okay. That's half of it. At some point, we're gonna have to, like, build walls. The only thing I have is this, like, stack of stones. Oh well. We'll get there eventually, I guess. We'll get there as soon as I'm done then. I guess I'm also gonna have to figure out what these walls are supposed to look like. So yeah, and that's the other thing, like, this, like, the city of the library at Alexandria. Alexandria was named for Alexander the Great. And he was, like, right into that, building libraries and stuff like that. And it was the Ptolemies. I'm glad you think so, Thomas. That Ptolemaic, like, that ruled Egypt. He basically put them in power. You know, like, right up to Cleopatra. And they built all this stuff up, and they built the library. They built the lighthouse, and they built Alexandria, really. Okay. That, starting to look like it. Okay, now. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I gotta build some type of walls. I'm thinking some type of arch entrances in places, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. Let's see what we got. I want... Please never stop Planet Coaster. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually a thing that can happen. No matter how good games are, I eventually stop playing them. Something better comes along. And you'll feel the same way, Thomas. There'll be one day when you just stop showing up to see Planet Coaster. I know it's true. You might not think it's true. No. But, no, don't want that either. Okay, maybe. Yeah. See, I know this for a fact because I've been doing YouTube and stuff for years. And, you know, yeah, I talked to all those enthusiastic people at the beginning of when I started YouTube. Very few of them around anymore. But, you know, like, one person I talked to was like 17 at the time. So like they're 21 now. And that you know, that changes. People change. And I don't think he's as into Far Cry as he used to be. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I do understand that that's what happened. I don't know if that's what I want. Oh. Okay. Think this out. Maybe that's not the best material to build this out of. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we need to build it out of haunted house wood. No. Stucco? No. Okay. That's gonna be what it is. Hey, Patriots Road. I'm doing good. I'm doing excellent. It's Saturday. I get to play games. Most of the... I already went and bought my junk food. Not really junk food. Well, it's partially food. Is yogurt junk food? I think yogurt is junk food. I'm starting to think yogurt is junk food. I bought this stuff they call cream yogurt, like K-R-A-M. I don't know why they spell it like that. It's like organic yogurt. And I went to like scoop it out and put it in a bowl. We're starting Subnautica again. But we're gonna do it different. So, yeah, it's a brand new Subnautica stream later today. And then I'm still not sure about tomorrow morning. Might be Planet Coaster. It might be Far Cry, Blood Dragon. Yeah. So what was I saying? So I bought this yogurt and it's damn good. I tell you, it's really good. But like, how can that something that's that thick and with that much fat in it be any good for? I don't think it can. I think they're lying. Oh, yeah. Oh. So yeah, that was one of the things I bought. Thought I was being good. Where if you eat that stuff every day, like I'd start putting on like massive amounts of weight by eating yogurt. Hmm. Some of these are screwed up. Nope. All right, we do good. Thanks, Thomas. Okay, gotta remember, it doesn't need to be a real library. Not like there'd be books, anyway. And not like, Planet Coaster has scrolls. If they had scrolls, then I could see. What? Then we could really make this a library. But they don't have scrolls. How am I choosing that behind that? Seriously. Seriously. It's not too... Oh, I missed a block. Oh well. That's right. Gonna be good. Gonna be great. Get some other stuff in. The other thing, of course, is, you know, just like every other building I build in this world, there's no windows. There's apertures for air to come in and out, but there's not going to be any windows. A plaza. I don't know what you mean by a plaza. This isn't a park. This is just one ride. There's no park involved. This is just the ancient ride. Is all it is. It's going to be a long experience ride through tombs, temples, maybe the inside of a pyramid. Not looking like that. But it's just a single ride, Thomas. It's not a park at all. This is an idea based on the library at Alexandria, which was supposedly, I don't know, like, it was near where the like the harbor and the docks were in Alexandria. Because they used to actually search boats, and they would detain people who had books or scrolls on them, and they would copy the scrolls and then let them go with their scrolls. So they basically collected scrolls by law to get as much as they could. And there was supposed to be like an unbelievable amount of scrolls. Oh, I don't know when I'm finished this part, Thomas. It's always hard to say. A lot of it has to do with what other games I played. What other things I may be doing while I'm playing this. Oh, how did I get that? How the... Like, seriously, how is it possible? It's just that little bit? Did I click that? I must have. No, I'm either going to go back and work on my old park, or I'm going to start a new ride. I'm not going to be spending months building the same thing anymore. But, you know, yeah, I might finish another park. It just won't be... It won't be one that I'll be starting new. It'll be one that I'm already working on. Okay, and that looks a lot better from that side. What? I should not. Sorry, Thomas. I just cannot see that in 3 years from now I'll still be playing Planet Coaster. I just can't see that being a thing. I don't know how anybody can say, yeah, I'll still be playing it 3 years from now. Inject a little reality in, and you'll be amazed what you'll find. I don't know if anybody can do this for that long. And this is the game that, you know, had me this close to quitting YouTube and everything else. So, again, I just don't see that being... Or a possibility. Or even think it's something I'd even think of. You know, great game and all. But... no game can last forever. Maybe there'll be a Planet Coaster 2 by then. I doubt it, but you know what I mean. Something new is always bound to come along. Okay, now what do I want to do here? There's something I'm missing. There's no form to the outside of this, and I need some form to it. That might not be the right words. I need some structure to it. I need, you know... is this something I should be doing? I'll start down here. We'll say, okay, on each side of everything like this. Well, that won't make any difference. I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years, and I've been doing streaming for about a year and a bit. But if you're trying to compare streaming and Planet Coaster and doing YouTube to just playing Planet Coaster, well, I've played hundreds of games on YouTube. Some AAA, some little games. So there's a huge amount of variety. And of course, without that variety, it would have ended a long time ago. Okay. What do I want? Oh, I just had the weirdest song pop in my head. Something that I would never expect to pop in ever. I've never ever listened to. Unless I was forced. Why does that happen? Is it just doing and running with YouTube yet? I'm not sure which was. Wow. Euro Truck Simulator 2. I have one of those things. I own Euro Truck Simulator 2. I have 31 friends who play it. Wow. I'm amazed. Wow. Okay, let's lay out some structure to the front of this. No, I didn't really get much out of that game. I have it. No, like I said, I didn't get anything out of it. I'm not going to play it. I think the biggest thing you have to remember here, Thomas, is I'm here to play games that I like to play, that I get a lot of enjoyment out of. Generally, I don't agree with playing games for other people's enjoyment, like directly, where I'm just going to suffer through it. So I generally try to avoid that, and I play games that I like. I'm doing this for my enjoyment, by the way. Hey, Cap, how you doing? Oh, is that? Yeah, I saw you playing Flight Simulator X the other day. I didn't know you were still playing. Well, or streaming it. Well, you might not have been that, but you know what I mean. Cool. Okay. What do I need to do? I feel as though I should work on the front of this building. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. It's Saturday. I fixed my building. Everything's all straight now. We're gonna start making it into, you know, the thing that it's going to be. And then I'm going to turn it. It's not going to be like all. The only reason I did this was so that I was building on the the word I'm looking for, grid. Wanted to be building. What? I don't know. As you can probably tell, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Now, let's build something else. Where shall they go? That will be where they start. We could try. You know, I haven't done any of that stuff for like years. Hey, gaming with DWY. Or is it Dwy? I don't know. Yeah, so like my flight simulator stuff, the version I had Flight Simulator before I had it on Steam. Like, oh god, it's even longer ago than that. And yeah, I used to do simple things like, oh, a flight from New York to some place in the, you know, in South America or something like that, and fly back. But for me, it was all just about like taking off and landing, and I think that was the problem. Once I got that down, and was able to like do like instrument landings and all that stuff, I just started losing interest. Not that it's a bad, it's a great game. Lots of. It's just that I don't know what I was getting out of it anymore. Yeah, that was one I did. New York too. I can't remember where. Winnipeg to Vancouver. I did that. Actually, it was at an airport either on Victoria Island or in Vancouver that I learned to land with the instrument landing system. ILS landings, I believe it is. But you know, the funny thing is, what I liked, like this was all on big jets. That was the thing. They were big jets. But sometimes flying those little airplanes into little airports was kind of cool. And maybe I should have tried to do a lot more of that. Might have enjoyed it a lot longer. doing small flights in little planes. When I was a kid, well, yeah, I guess when I was days after I was born, when I was brought home on a pontoon plane that landed on the ice on the ice where we, yeah, crazy, I thought. Not that I grew up there. I was there for the first 5 or so years of life. But where I grew up, it was only like a town of like 1,300 people. 1,400 people. But every day, every single day, a jet landed. There was a 737 every single day. Well, not Saturdays, but every weekday. They landed a large commercial airline, and you know, there was only 1,300 people in there, but that plane would be full every day coming in and out of the place I grew up, because nobody wanted to stay. I'm almost wishing there was a button that I could use so that if I press shift, it would only move in the x-axis, or if I press shift Y or alt shift, it would only move in the y-axis. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Photoshop does that. It's something you get used to. You wish you had other places. Not at all, or what? Augment. That it augments the type of movement you're doing, like Photoshop doesn't. Like, you're still, you know, like this. If I right click and I move the mouse, I'm only moving it left and right. If I left and right click, I'm moving it both ways. If I just left click, it doesn't do anything. But like that, except for things on the screen. So yeah, it basically just augments what you're doing. Or augments, adjusts the movement. I don't know. It's not something we need. Like, oh no, I can't play Planet Coaster anymore until they put this feature in. Damn, I've put up with that whole, yeah, we don't know how to move stuff along the building axis. For years. And I haven't complained once. I haven't even mentioned it. More than once per live stream. These are not gonna work. Yeah, T will toggle between your center, your pivot point of your camera being your camera, or being your focal point. Meaning, if it's my focal point, when I WASD, I'm moving my focal point around. If it's my camera, when I WASD, I'm moving my camera around. And my focal point changes with it. But that has nothing to do with me moving. Unless we're talking about two completely different things. R for up and down. You mean E. Yeah. Yeah. So E and Q move up and down. R turns on editing, building. But it would be nice if like I said, if I was to go like this and hit D, like shift moves this up and down. But if I were to go control, oh, it does. It doesn't though. I don't know what control has done. What has control done? Control does something weird. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to just escape out of this. I'm going to pretend that never happened. Okay, so I'm going to put this. I'm going to switch back to 4-meter grid. Excuse me, that's not at all what I wanted. That would. Take this. Not that. Take that. That's not what. I somehow clicked. I'll get it right. I'll always get it right eventually. Hey, Justice. This is the Great Library at Alexandria. So it's got some of a bit of a Roman look to it. More so than some of the other things, because this would have been built in a completely different. Well, you know what? Tell you the truth, it's sort of closer, more close to this architecture than to this architecture. Like there's like Old Kingdom, New Kingdom type thing, and this would be from the Ptolemaic era, or the Ptolemaic rule. You know, all the way from Ptolemy to Cleopatra. Cleopatra went and screwed it all up. I don't know. They were put in power by the Romans anyway, so were they really in power? I don't know. Not the Romans, the Greeks. I think Alexander the Great put the Ptolemy in power. But you know, I'm not a historian in any way, shape, or form. I just think really cool. Egyptian history. Yeah, that's right. We'll have a little battle in the harbor, and the it'll start with a fire in the harbor, and it'll spread and spread and spread until it burns down the library. That may have been an accident, eh? Yeah, it might have been an accident. Like they didn't mean to burn it down. But it's hard to say. It could have been caused by a sea battle in the harbor that caught the harbor on fire, and it went and it burnt down the library as well. But of course, like I said, I'm mixing so many different different times in history. Like there's like a 3,000 year, 3 or 4,000 year variance between some of the things that are in my world. You know, yes, the lighthouse and the library existed at the same time. Oh, so yeah, I actually just wanted to watch a documentary on it the other day, before I started building this. They have no idea what it looked like. They have some rough idea. There were some archives that might have had like a layout like the way the library was done, but they have no idea what it looked like. I took this look sort of from the from Assassin's Creed Origins. And in the documentary, there was some, like I said, military action going on in the harbor, which caused a fire. But again, who knows? Okay, so let's do something about this now. That's not what I want. And you know, I used to think that I used to think that it was it was burned in a riot, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I think I just heard that when I was a kid, and it stuck with me. Maybe it was something else. Archimedes. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. I'm just interested in certain parts of history. I'm in no way an historian. Egyptian history just absolutely amazes me. It's makes for an awesome story. I like history that makes for an awesome story. I also love physics. Physics, like, awesome too. Makes for an awesome story. I don't know. But by profession, I'm a software. Yeah, it's starting to get there, eh, Meganico? Okay, so am I going to do the same thing here? Yeah, I think I am. All of these need to be filled in too. Hey! Fisher, welcome back to the stream. I have a shirt that says, "Just do it later." Damn, how many of these things did I put in this place? Somebody stop me. Hey Jen, welcome to the stream. Those who don't learn are doomed to repeat. Oh yeah, we're doing that right now, aren't we? Isn't that what humanity's doing right now? Not learning from the past and repeating bad things we've done over and over and over again. Hey, Raphael! Not much. Just trying to get all this, like, this is all starting to come together now. I know it looks like a hotel in the tropics now that I've put those trees there, but just give me a minute. I'll fix that. Oh yeah, exactly. Everybody manipulates the hit. Everybody. You know what I mean, though. History is manipulated. Oh, the only thing you can really trust is what you know. But, you know, I will say there's certain things we've done as humans in the past that we should really, really, really learn not to repeat. Yeah, it's definitely getting there. Yeah, I'm gonna be really, really happy with it. I'm sure by the time it's all done, it will be exactly. I can't get in there. See, the problem I have is I don't attach anything to my like my Facebook account is private. The only reason I have a Facebook account is to manage my Facebook page, which is GameFace. So I never attach anything to my Facebook account. Like, so yeah, that's why I can't get into Facebook. I can't join a group, or it's not that I can't join a group but because of my own privacy, I won't join a group. Is what it is. I'm not being antisocial. More antisocial than I usually am. Yeah, if I could sign in under my page, that would be perfect. But you know, it's weird. There's certain things that just don't work properly when you only use things at the page, only share at the page level. Like I want to attach snowing. It snowed here 2 nights ago. I wanted to attach Yeah. I wanted to attach my Facebook account to my YouTube, but it won't let me without basically outing me. Oh yeah, I'd love to check it out. But I don't, yeah. I wish things weren't such a hassle for that. Like, huh? What do I want here? Probably just more of this crap. No. That's not what I want. Okay, now we need some just regular greenery in there. Oh, that thing looks huge. And then we're going to need some color as well. It's definitely getting there. Okay, so for color, I usually use the lupins. Because, you know, they can be colorful. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Is that like the what you have playing in the background of it? This is not turning out the way I want it to. Oh, that'll fix it. There we go. That's better. Didn't like seeing all that, you know, hedge, basically. And I need more lupins. We'll need more lupins, because more color. It's the coaster with the shark. Okay. The Spider-Man hat. Yeah, I've sort of been wearing the Spider-Man hat a lot more lately. Oh, that needs to be else. Well, it was good. I don't know why. I think it's because the my Pokemon hat is like loose. I need to wash it and dry it so that it tightens back up again. But I've washed it and dried it so much this winter that it's actually starting to come apart on the top. Which sucks, because I don't want my Pokemon falling apart. That's not fair. Not fair to anybody. Nobody should have to go. Might be overreacting. I don't know. What any of that means. And to finish this up, that filter thing out of my face. Takes so much time sometimes between click the menu and you're presented with the menu. Oh, so much to figure out. What am I gonna do for all this? Nope, no books. They didn't have books. It would have been shelves full of scrolls. I don't have any scrolls. Ah. Gotta be a way, a better way, a better way. Should be a way. I should be able to go into friends and find you, and then find that. At me. It's not snowing right now, but it's right now outside. It is 1 degree Celsius. So 1 degree above freezing. Okay, I don't know what I want here. This? Put it in a different color. I will, yeah, I will check it out as soon as we're done the stream. And maybe if you were ready when it's not a work in progress anymore. And I wouldn't normally do this for anybody else. Like, we can check it out on the Oh yeah, that's right. Ice storm in Ontario, in southern Ontario today. At least it's ice pellets and not like freezing rain. Freezing rain could be like devastating. It gets on like all the wires and all the tree branches and just makes them really heavy, and all the wires start to break and power goes out. It can be a bad scene. Yeah, the weather's been really screwed up lately. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, it has not been the best spring. Well, it hasn't even been spring. And it kind of sucks, you know. The Winnipeg Jets, like our NHL hockey team, have like they've done like the best they've ever done, and they're in the playoffs, and so there's like playoff games going on in the city. It's too freaking cold. Like, I don't know who would want to go there when it's so bloody freezing. It was like 1 degree yesterday. There's a street party. Now, yeah, I will admit, once you got a few in you, it doesn't, the cold doesn't seem to affect you, but it does. You're just not feeling it. So yeah, I don't know. Weather sucks. What can you do? Yeah, winter's definitely not my favorite. April snow, May famine. Yeah, well, luckily we don't have to worry about that as much. You know, probably most of us. Those who have access to YouTube probably don't have to worry about famine. Not that YouTube solved the problem, though. But it just, I don't know. It just seems to show a certain access to goods and services some people don't have. Well, yeah, the transport system generally takes care of any variance in availability from area to area. You know, like I can go buy raspberries right now. Actually, I could buy raspberries all year. Um, those who have will have, and those who don't will have less. That's the sad truth of it. You know. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? There needs to be something. And what I think it's going to be is it's going to be some artificial trim across the front. A little like this, continuing from there. Kind of nice, it just lines up right with the bottom of these windows. I am only going to bring these across to here, though. Lined up with... I like the idea. Don't like where it's going. What? How the hell did that happen? Okay, I'm gonna do it again. I got a hell of a lot more. But at least this time I don't think it just deleted 2 of the squares. Okay. No. Okay, so the problem I have is I want these to be lined up with like this. Okay, so I'm gonna center that off there. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take those out of there and gonna recopy it again. I'm gonna put the middle one in first. Don't think this is gonna work. It may, though. It just may. Yeah, hiccup. What I want. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Is that it? Maybe not so much these two. Not gonna work it. I don't know how that can be where I think it is. You know what I mean? Maybe not. I don't even know what I mean. I don't understand how that can be as far back as I made it. 4 steps back, it should have been a whole square. But it's not. I'm just going to put these in first. And that way, this probably work. Or maybe not. It does need to go like that. It's actually coming along. Just wow, the number of pieces and the number of parts this is going to take. Because, you know, like, we're not going to... You shouldn't be able to see into this thing and see all this green grass growing inside. So there's a lot of stuff to do around the inside edge of this thing to make it what it is. It's not going to be a library. Because there's not going to be any stuff in it. But, you know, from the outside, it should still look like it's complete. I don't know why this is... I'm almost positive I copied it to the other side. Oh. Not working with frontwards and backwards here. We're working with sideways and sidewayser. So much easier to work in 45-degree angles than 90-degree angles. I got no, like, there's no reason to get those 100% straight. And being off by a little bit's not going to make a difference. I don't know what to do about all this. We just block it up? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put pillars and walls with offset entranceways, so that if you just glance, you know, you're still going to see, like, stuff inside here, but it's not going to be all open like that. There's basically going to be another layer of pillars and entranceways. But there's a lot of detail to go on the front here. Kind of deep. Couple of things I might want to change up. But I think it's going well. Going very well. But I am gonna leave. I don't know if anybody's noticed. I've come in after the stream and I've tried to work on this. I have not had any luck. I'm gonna make this a boat that's in like a slipway, and they're building it. I think is what I'm gonna do. Maybe over here, or maybe even back here. They're building a boat in a slipway. It's something that people can see as they ride the ride. The other thing, of course, is once the library is done, I want to do more detail here. Not more detail here, but more detail like this in here. Get more of the roofs in, etc. And of course, there's a huge area that I need to fill up with even smaller, smaller buildings and all this across here. So there's tons to do. Coaster-wise, I think we're about up to here. I got a lot of smoothing to do along the rest of this, and then, you know, we got to put in the stand and keep going. I am planning on building an island temple here for the coaster to dive into and go underneath the rest of the river. But again, big plans. We'll all see how it goes. So leaving it here, and I will be picking up with Subnautica in a couple of hours. So until then, I'm GameFace. This is Planet Coaster. If you liked it, click the button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.